Guys, we are back after that short break. Jessica has a bathroom bladder problem, okay? So she can't sit down in the seat for more than 5 minutes without needing a break.
So this is going to be
That's
episode
rude.
3, right? This is
Part
gonna be
3.
Part 3 of Jessica being on this podcast.
Yeah, so we thank Jessica for being on here. She's given us a lot of valuable information, and that was our biggest thing about Dual Vibes on Season 2 is bringing more value into it, not, the whole would you rather.
We did a lot of different clips and stuff like that, which we'll still continue doing, but bringing value is the biggest thing we want to start in 2026, which we already have, I think, so far. Just having her on, hearing her talk and stuff like that, there's so much value from this podcast. It's crazy. I've learned
100%.
a lot just talking to you.
I'm valuable.
You are, honestly. You have a lot of knowledge and
being an entrepreneur is just awesome. And then, her
Wait,
following.
No, she doesn't like being an entrepreneur. She's an entrepreneur.
I'm an entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur. I don't
There
sell
you go.
shit.
There you go. Okay? So take that for what it's worth.
I'm going to patent that. Don't you guys try to steal that from me.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, go ahead and copyright that. So, she's done a lot in her life, and, she's built her way back up to the top. So now we're going to get into some real-life things. Jessica's been cutting my hair, obviously, from the beginning of the episode, part 1. She's been cutting my hair for a long time. We've always talked about being on a show together, and I'm glad that we're finally making it happen. We've always talked about social media and how it affects relationships. In part 2 of the podcast, she talked about how she met Dana through social media. She messaged him on social media. So, Jessica, I guess the first question is, do you think social media actually affects the modern-day relationships?
Hell yes.
Okay, and why is that?
Okay, so you're talking to someone who didn't have social media growing up,
Yep.
and used to write down on a piece of paper, "Will you go with me? Yes or no?"
Okay.
Check the box.
Generational difference.
That's awesome.
And then, you could also you're just yourself. And on social media, you can be anybody you want to be. You can put
100%.
filters on this, digital dysmorphia. There's a lot of people who just put their pictures on there that they're just covered in filters. And I'm not going to say I never did it because I'm so into AI right now. The fake stuff.
Dude,
It's crazy.
I see your Facebook post, and the other day I looked at it and I said, dude, they were riding a horse. I don't know what it was.
We were rabbit hunting.
Yes, rabbit hunting, dude. And I'm like, what is that? And then I looked deeply at Jessica, and I'm like, that's not even Jessica.
First of all, I'm wearing
what are we doing?
sandals, and my friend is wearing a fedora with a rifle. But, I only post the stuff that's obviously fake, So
Yeah.
I'm not going to go on there and post this picture of me thinking that I'm that person.
Yeah, act like you're something you're not.
Right.
I got you. You just
That's
do it for
right.
fun.
So I'm the bearded lady in the circus with my uncle. I'm wearing the bearded. I'm wearing a full beard, and then one of them I put on with Dana and I. Oh, we decided to go to the Swiss Alps skiing. Oh, look, we're in Aruba at the beach, all in one weekend. That can't possibly happen.
Yes. You had like
So-
5 different images. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
And here's Dana. Gosh, they sure make me look bald in that picture. I said, baby, you are bald. So it's like, the most important thing is that if you know that's not real, you can have fun with
It's
it.
for fun, yeah.
But then there's people who get the dysmorphia to where they think it is real. And so, so for relationships, you go on dating websites or whatever, there's a picture of you're there with a filter and you're, trying to catfish this one person. Like I have a friend.
So many times getting catfished.
I've gotten catfished. 100%.
That was like a
Recently.
month ago.
Really?
Yes.
That's a good story.
I told Pike, I said, look, dude, you look at me and you basically just say, hey.
Yes or no.
And then I'll be like, hey.
Online looked great, but he always does back me up on that. He always tells me, if you need a cop out, let me know and we'll make something happen. And it's always, what is the reason?
Shitting. I was
Yes,
going to be
shit.
like, hey, dude,
No one can argue with that.
I have to go.
I would have got back in the car and left.
I have to go right now. Like, I'm so sorry, Pike, but we have to go.
Who
I'm
can
about
argue with
to.
that?
Right. So
Right.
catfishing is a real thing, especially with, as you said, AI and effects. You don't know who you're meeting nowadays.
What do people think though? So you're doing that, and then when you meet in person, don't they not know that you're going to see that you're not like a stick
Right.
figure and you've got curves?
How far are you going to get? How far?
So I have a friend who did do that, and he called her out and said, "You completely, your body is not what you said it was." And
Yep.
and then she was mad at him for saying it.
Calling him for how it is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, but as far as social media goes, it's just not like no one spends the night with each other anymore. No one has sleepovers anymore. And really, they think you're friends. So say I don't know you very well, Pike, but say we became social media friends and I'm following him for social media and I think, oh, I know Pike. Oh, yeah, I know. But we don't.
Yeah.
This is the only time we've spent together.
Correct.
So that is not good. That's not. How can that possibly? How can you build a relationship on something like that?
Facts. And I always argue this. So when I got my relationship with my current girlfriend, I told her, I said, hey, like, we're deleting social media, right? Because I don't want anything to come
smart.
in between us. And she was down for it. And honestly, it's the only girl I've ever met that was
Fallon.
actually down. Yep, there you go, Fallon. So she was the only girl that was actually ever down to just delete social media. And I've been telling him forever.
It's true.
Like,
It's
yeah,
very
you can meet your girlfriend on social media, but is she gonna delete it for you? Like, I feel like the organic, just like how we're getting our followers, like, just get that stuff organically. Like, don't go out to the bars looking for stuff. Don't go out to Nashville because obviously you're not gonna find nothing. You're gonna find a one night
So
hookup.
I'm not gonna find it in Nashville this weekend.
No, you're gonna find a hookup. But
Dang.
like, just
I'm
like
not looking for hookup, guys. Come on.
just
Anyone
like
just
Jessica was
watch
saying,
this.
like, there is no sleepovers no more. Like, you don't stay the night at a guy's or a girl's house anymore and it's like, hey,
for
like,
just movie night.
yeah, we're just gonna hang out.
And
No.
when they do, they're all on TikTok like this, and they're all on their phones. It's like,
It's
don't you want to play
generational.
Barbies?
Yeah.
Don't you want to play Barbies? So
Yeah.
what about personal touch? The lack of personal touch in this world.
It's a real thing
It's a
too.
problem.
Yeah.
So you can't even go to a bank teller anymore because you can't even go get a teller. You get a screen, and then they put your driver's license up on there, and then you can't. You're doing that, and then the driver's license falls, and then you don't get a teller anymore.
Yeah.
You can't even make a doctor's appointment anymore without going through a portal. That never even works.
Okay, so speaking of that, I tried to make a appointment for my car, an oil change, at Hyundai, and I was talking to an AI bot. I thought it was a real person because they were going, so how can I help you this afternoon? And I'm like, well, can I just I need to make an oil change. So sir, I can help you with that. And at the end of the phone call, they could not help me with like what I needed. And they're like,
Your Hyundai.
yeah, my Hyundai. And they're like,
Hyundai.
so this is a recorded, phone call, blah, blah, blah. And then I go to ask the person up front. I'm like, hey, like, I just try to make an appointment. Like, what's going on? Oh, that's all AI system now, blah, blah. I'm like, really? Because that sounded like a real person to me.
It's
Like-
more difficult nowadays to make those appointments because of AI, but like companies do that because it's cheaper on them. They're not
Yeah.
paying someone to answer phone calls anymore. They have an AI system,
Which
They
is
gotta pay
dumb.
it. It's all about money, man.
AI is a double-edged sword.
It is
Guilty of using it, but at the same time, it's
Guilty of
going to
hating
ruin
it.
the world.
Yes.
It's going to ruin the world. But guilty, ruin the world. I use it on my show for this. Vocabulary words. Sometimes I'm at a loss for the right vocab, so I use it. And since AI,
Give me a word.
provisions,
Okay, so type in provisions.
accoutrements.
We don't know how to spell that.
Yep.
Provision, not prevision.
I want to make sure you have the appropriate accoutrements when you go to your Nashville trip, which means your shaving cream.
Is it prevision or provision?
Provisions.
Provisions, words that are similar.
Provisions. Yeah, like things like shampoos and the correct like.
So fun fact, like she's talking about AI and stuff like that, but honestly, the whole entire time I'm on here right now, I have AI pulled up because it pulls up stuff. Like I looked up a lot of the things in episode 1 or part 1 and part 2, and it pulled up super fast. So it is a
It gave
double-edged
you
swords.
it gave you a whole breakdown of provision. And all you typed in was provision.
Yeah, and it keeps like I can type into this something I was texting about last year, 9-10 months ago, and it'll say from previous conversation we had, this is what you want to know about.
It's wild.
I can say, hey, look up stuff about my podcast, and it will pull up Dual Vibes, even though I have not had a conversation with Dual Vibes on this.
And you can ask Chad,
Crazy.
about dual vibes. Like, hey, how can we grow in our algorithm? And it will literally tell you the breakdown of how you can get more organic views. Which I think ChatGPT kind of ties.
I love ChatGPT. But listen, so you guys on this one, so hashtags, they mean everything.
Yeah.
Hashtag HBO, hashtag Speedy Rollerson. You'll get some more stuff on there. But here's the thing, we're in a different world. And so you can't just say, go to the movies and do all that with your date. You've got to worry about how we're going to look on social media and doing like, right? So remember when you and I were talking a couple years ago, and you were it's before Fallon, okay?
Yep.
So so before Fallon, so Fallon's listening, and you were going through a hard time.
Yeah, it's hard.
And I hated seeing you like that, but you still weren't finding the right person for you, and you had gone out with a couple of girls, and I was like, oh God, please don't do that. Please don't. and she's gonna say this about that guy, she's gonna say it about you, and you don't want to mess around with people who aren't on their meds, and blah blah blah. And
Jesus, I know that.
and then so I asked you before, you didn't even have a podcast yet, and I don't even know if I did either. Oh yes, I did, because you were supposed to come on. You ditched me.
Oh, I did not ditch you. I was just nervous.
bro.
I'm nervous.
Okay. I'll get you off the hook.
Was I not nervous? Me and Pike
Was
didn't
it
even start
before
doing
our
vibes.
podcast?
Yeah, we didn't even
We
start
were
doing vibes.
It was
Our
when I was
first
with Joint
episode was
Laughter,
fucking
and
terrible.
We were so... Never mind. Go ahead.
so and you said to me that social media is about. It's hard to. Social media is a killer for real people in this world. Remember that?
That's a
Yeah.
fact. It's true.
And you
It
being
is.
so young and saying, but he was so young, and saying that to me, I thought, wow, I wasn't expecting you to say something like that. That's something older people say.
Yeah, because like...
He thinks that way though. I'm not gonna like when he told me he deleted all social medias,
Yeah.
even with our podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
Granted, I can keep it. I can still post and stuff like that. So he knew that. But when he told me they both deleted social medias and stuff, I was like, wait, like how are you gonna make that work? How's that gonna work? How are you gonna? But he makes it work. And honestly, I feel like his relationship that he has now is better than I've seen him in
It's
a long
real.
time since knowing him.
It's real.
Since knowing
So,
him.
Good.
like, the whole thing is like...
Best man.
Yep. So the whole thing is like, you can go on social media, you can see someone going to, say, like, we're going to Nashville this weekend, right? All right. Okay,
Who
yeah.
said to go to Nashville?
You did. Jessica said to go to Nashville. So, like, yeah, we're going to Nashville. I could post on there all the skyscrapers and be like, yo, great life. Someone at home that doesn't have money to go to Nashville could be like, damn, why can't I be in Nashville? Okay, you can, and that's what affects the mind. Because, like, same thing, body dysmorphia, you were just talking about it, right? Guy in there, he's on steroids, but he's 8 times as big as me. And I'm like, dude, why can I look like that? Okay, he's on steroids. I don't want to take steroids, but I feel like I can look like that. That's all I think about. So it's just social media. It's a social media effect, and I hate it because it affects the mind. It affects the mind.
It highlights only the good parts. You know,
The
like
good parts,
a lot
yep.
of people that are like influencers and stuff like that, they don't show like the downfalls from taking steroids, from relationships. Online, all relationships are all perfect. It's like there's no way that relationship actually exists, but people make it seem that way because they're not posting like the negatives, the bad, the hard, the
That's so annoying.
yes. So
That's
like it's
annoying.
not real life. It's
Yeah.
not real.
So before you go back in, Jess, because I know you got something to say about that, I can tell.
I just
His last relationship was all based on social media, right? Like, hey, it's Christmas, we got to take a picture. Hey, it's Thanksgiving, we got to take a picture. Hey, it's Easter, we got to take a picture. Hey, it's National Girlfriend's Day. If you don't post me, you don't love me. That is some bullshit. I do not like that. I do not like that. I do not like that. Like, me and Fallon have never posted each other on social media, and I am perfectly okay with that.
I agree. I think keeping memories is fine, but I think if it is for just the public eye, it's the wrong reasons.
But was it not just for the public eye?
Yeah, it's for public eye because people need to know we're in a happy relationship.
Why can't you just meet in the middle and do
Right,
it all? Like
right.
you can do the Easter, Christmas, and all that, but also do pictures snuggling
Make
on the
it
couch
real,
with dog
right,
hair all over your
right.
socks.
Exactly.
You know, and
But it wasn't.
I agree.
But it wasn't happy.
Right.
It was forced, right? So that's...
and you can
That's-
tell though. You
Mm-hmm.
can usually tell when they're forced, and because the pictures are filtered and everything's
Yeah.
perfect, and you know, and some of the pictures you're not forced are the ones where there's a little bat in the cave in one of them, and then maybe the hair's out of place, and those are great. You know, I just want to say this. Danny said that when he wanted to look like that guy that's all on the steroids and stuff.
Juicing.
I remember when Danny was younger, he didn't. Can I say this?
Yeah, go ahead.
they
I
all
don't know what you're
know.
about to say.
So he felt that he was small.
I didn't
felt he
mature
was-
fast enough.
and he thought he was short, and he just wanted to be this athlete, and you know, and all that. And I remember he was hard on himself, and I remember talking to Tasha, his mom, and you went to the doctor a lot of times, and then all of a sudden,
This is good insight because I hear it from Danny all the time, but I love this.
him. I love
this
him.
conversation.
I feel like I've been a part of his life. I have, and he got the shots. Can you say that?
Yeah, go ahead.
He got shots to promote his growth and stuff. And
No, I didn't get shots.
not his wiener.
No, I was... That still hasn't grown. But I was...
That has not changed.
I was Dr. Brashan. She asked
Brashan,
me, you know, she asked my mom, she's like, hey, like, if he doesn't, you know, start growing hair in this certain spot, we're going to have to give him a hormone
Boosters.
shot. We're going to have to give him boosters. Thankfully, the next couple months that I came back from my checkup, I think it was every 6 months, I started growing.
His mustache.
All of it, yes. And she said, you know what? We're going to let him be for now. And I was 17, about to be 18 at that point. And I'm not joking.
But you know what I remember? One day he came into the salon and he was like, I'm like, whoa, look at you. You started working out. And I said, Danny, look at you.
That
and then he
testosterone.
got taller and all of that. And it just came, and he was a good basketball player. And it just all fell into place. And I said, look, you did
You're hyping
it.
him up too much. Just bring his head down low.
No, it's not.
No,
my head's about to go down.
I'm not saying. I'm saying as a mother figure, looking at
Yeah.
because you stinker,
It was kind of sad.
and then you got ball hair, and then it was all a complete package.
It was kind of sad.
Although I didn't see the ball hair and don't want to.
Mother
Whoa.
figure. As she said, the mother figure in this situation.
Yes.
It's really cool,
Yeah.
though. That's cool to see from an outside point of view, that seeing you grow, not just you talking
I did his
about
first
it.
haircut. Okay, so he was
9
young.
months
he was
old.
he was yeah, and he was crying so hard. He was just screaming. He was disrupting the whole salon. So we had to take him outside. Well, there was a tropical storm going on at the time.
Oh,
It was
gosh,
at
I
All About
remember
Hair
this.
and Nails in Crystal River, Florida. So Tasha and I take Danny outside and we put him in this little seat, and I'm cutting his hair, and his little blonde curls are just flying away in the tropical storm wind. They're like tumbleweeds all through the parking lot, and he's like.
Remember?
You know, kids, when they see scissors, they associate it with pain. That's why hairdressers are scary to them, because they see scissors like
Scissors.
pain. So, but I got through his first haircut. We had took all his clothes off with his diaper, and I tell that story, and I just think that's where we bonded.
Yep. And Jessica, let me talk about this, because I've never shared this with Pike. I've only shared this with Fallon. And Fallon, if you're watching, like you're
She's
literally
watching.
You are literally the only person I've ever shared this with, and you know that. My parents went through a very tough time. I don't know if you ever knew about that, but where was I going with this?
You remember it, probably.
I know, but where was I going with this? I was okay.
All
So
hair.
the social media. That's where I was going with this. Right. So if my mom and dad had social media back in the day, how easy is it to go find a good-looking guy, straight teeth, blah blah blah, or a good-looking girl, nice hair, blah blah blah, makeup, filter, this and that. Right. It's very easy. Right. My parents did not have that back in the day, so they made it work. I feel like a lot of relationships nowadays, it does not work because they don't try to fight for it, because they know there's a better looking guy. And yes, there's always going to be a better looking guy.
Right now, though, it's like the temporary time frame.
Yes, but then, you always get your exes that come back. They're always like, oh, no, I want to be back. No, I know what you did while we were on break, this and that. Well, I hate breaks. Breaks don't even matter to me. If you want to take a break, you're breaking up. Like, that's just dumb. Like, I'm never talking to you again. Like, 100%. But so going back to that, like, if my parents didn't have, social media, which they didn't, they wouldn't still be together. Like, if they had social media, they would not be together right now, 100%.
I see your point. You're
Like,
probably
and
right.
That's why I hate social media, because there's a song. It's by Hinder. It's called "Lips of an Angel." You know that song?
Yep.
Yep. You know that song. You know
Yeah.
that song?
In fact, that's a good song. Too bad. I wonder if you can add that.
Play it. She's a
Yeah.
big,
Don't get
big
caught.
risk
Don't
taker right
you
there.
get red flagged.
So it's a great song, and I remember my dad was driving me to school one day, and he's just cursing this and that. I'm not going to go into details, but my mom found something that my dad didn't want to see, and, he was just listening to the song because he regretted everything. But now, like, regret doesn't matter, because as soon as you mess up, like, it doesn't matter.
It's gone.
And
On to the next nowadays.
yeah, it's gone. Like, social media, like, once again, it's just so easy to find something. So, Jessica, let's reel back in. Obviously, you met your boyfriend on social media. Do you ever feel like social media will affect your current relationship?
We can't possibly, because we're too strong-minded. We're too confident.
You have the same goal too. You have a good understanding, good grounding, I think.
I think I finally found my soulmate.
Yes.
Which, now that I found my soulmate, now I don't feel the need to be married, if that
Right.
makes any
Yeah.
sense. I'm
Marriage
not
is
worried
just a piece
about
of paper.
nothing. I never used to think that way, though. I used to think I have to be married. I have to. Even if it wasn't the right guy, to feel complete.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that anymore.
You just need to be happy.
Yeah. And he does social media, but only for his podcast, really, and for his dinner and movies, because he does dinner and a movie at his work, and to where he's the maitre d' and all that stuff. But I was with your parents at that time you're talking about. I remember it clearly. Your mom was working at Chili's.
I was only like 6 or 7.
And they made it, though. They made it. So that is really strong because most marriages, they don't.
Yeah.
So your parents are good, they're solid, and that's really great. And they've got, it's showing you what you want in life. So let's go back to the social media thing, and when it's going, everyone makes fun of the old days and stuff, but what's so bad about it? So you don't put everything out there, and you only put out there what you want to put out there. But I do use social media. I use it a lot. I rely on it. I have to for my work.
Yep.
But just like my work. So new stylists are coming in because I have a salon, and they're coming in and they're only relying on social media to be advertisements for themselves. Well, guess what? So is everyone else. So you can slap a filter on that color and highlights and make it look like it's flawless, but in all actuality, it's normal.
Yeah.
So you have to come up with something else. I started back when there was no social media, back when you had to put your business card on bulletin boards and laundromats.
Yeah. That's
Pull
gone
tabs.
away. It's gone away.
Yeah.
And it's just
Pull tabs.
Pull tabs.
it's
Yeah.
sad.
It's
It's
true.
sad. Yeah, it's just sad.
Social media is actually absolutely taking over real life and real expectations, honestly, because you're living through social media and so much can change and it's not real. So that's the biggest. I don't think it's
The lack
real.
of personal touch is why we have shootings. The lack of personal touch is why there's road rage and people are killing each other. It's all about lack of personal touch. We don't have it anymore.
Yeah. We
So
went
we-
through COVID, and then after COVID with the
COVID
big time.
COVID put the nail in the coffin.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It split people. It made people, disperse and seclude themselves.
Do you ever
And it has
notice
not
like
changed.
Do you ever notice when you're at work or if you guys are around, even in the gyms, or even you're walking somewhere, you're walking and someone's got earbuds in and they're just walking, they're in their own world. They're walking and then they don't even care that they're walking in front of you, or they're just not getting the door for you, or you're not getting the
Yeah.
there's no reaction, there's no nothing. It's empty. And they're in their own world and they think they're allowed to be. I feel like the COVID masks, it's another thing. When they started the COVID masks, you put that on there. And I don't know about you guys, but I felt like everything's quiet. I'm in my own world. I don't have to, you have to go with the arrows. You don't have to care about anybody else around you. And that is taken away from personal touch too.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
speaking of COVID, I had a good story and I kind of forgot again.
You're doing great. You're nailing it.
Yeah, COVID changed honestly a lot. Granted, during COVID, I was 20 at the time, right around 2021, 22 actually, if I think about it right. But it changed everything for me too, especially for being at work and stuff, which I wasn't at work for a long time either. But I can only imagine how other people felt, like you're saying. Like it changed just how normal people acted. They were in their
The
own
dynamics
world.
of humanity.
Yes, they were
Yeah.
in their own world regardless, and it still continues today. Like absolutely, I still see people wearing masks and stuff around. But I mean, it did change everything.
There's people driving around with masks on.
100%. I see it
They're
all
in
the
their
time.
own car,
You're
and
like,
it's
what
like,
are you doing?
Masks and earbuds.
Yes.
I'm like, that's
Yes.
so illegal.
What are we doing, dude? Speaking
Yes.
about AirPods, okay, this is where I was going at. This guy walked in, okay, I'm not going to say anything, but this guy was walking in, he had AirPods in, he's talking to one of his clients, all right, and then he looks at me, and instead of being a genuine human and being like, hey, man, like, where's the flower at? He looks at me and he goes, hey, where the fuck's the flower at?
Nuh-uh.
Swear to God, right? So it's like, hey,
Yeah.
like, I'm still a human, like, yes, I work here, but why do you have to dehumanize me because I'm, I work
That's
here?
called an asshole. He's just
That
an
is
asshole.
Yeah, pure asshole.
Yeah.
But that happens on multiple
But he
occasions.
treats people like that consistently, and that's just because the world he's living in. He's living through it's only him, and everyone else is just part of his life, part of his world. You know what I'm saying? He's like the center of attention. That's how people act nowadays.
Yeah. So, Jessica, we're going to go ahead and put you on the spot, okay?
Yeah.
So, the whole
I like
social
it.
media thing, right? So, whatever, right? It's affecting all relationships. We all know that. Nobody wants to admit to it, right? Well, Dual Vibes Entertainment and Cut and Loose Chronicles will admit to it. What is one topic that you want to touch on with Dual Vibes Entertainment? And I'm putting you on the spot right now. So, you better think.
The Hard Rock gambling.
Oh, I knew
casino.
this was coming.
Let's talk about that.
Some of us have problems with gambling and stuff like that, which I'm not going to point any fingers or anything, but one of them's in this room.
It's got to be you. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not Danny.
It's got to be me, right? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
So
I got a phone
think-
number for you.
I think, yeah, right? You need the gambling addiction line. So as much as you and like, she can probably talk about it, like, what about you? Why is that a thing for you?
So one thing is, right, Jessica has a YouTube page. It's called Cougar and the Fox, and she goes and she gambles at the Hard Rock. Right? Jessica texts me all the time about how she's winning at the casino, and I'm like, there's no way. There's no way it's just Jessica. Is this shit lined up? No.
Why do you think it's just like, are you losing?
I think she's posting it on social media because she's not posting her losses.
Is it only the goods? Is it only the goods?
It's only the good. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. So I have a stipulation about Hard Rock because no matter what, you're going to win your money back at some point, and I have clear proof of this, right? So I started betting on the NFL at the beginning of the year. Okay.
Oh my God, I knew this was coming before this podcast started. I knew this was coming up.
I'm down 11, 12, 1,300, whatever it is.
Ouch.
Okay, I talked to this random guy, and I'm like, hey, like, who's going to score the first touchdown in the Rams game and the Packer game, okay? Packers and Bears. Oh, it's going to be Nakua and Watson. I put it in. $25, odds are plus 4,837. Okay, I remember exactly.
Wow.
$25 for $1,237 and some change.
So anyone that doesn't actually watch betting, he is picking who is going to score the first touchdown out of two separate games, out of 11 people on the field at this time to start the game. It's absolute crazy odds. Go ahead.
Okay, absolute crazy odds. I'm watching the game. Nakua gets a touchdown. I'm like, okay, whatever. He hit it. My cash out's $94. I'm like, all right, well, I put in $25. Why am I going to cash out for $94 when the $25 doesn't really matter? I have a no sweat bet. So I'm getting that $25 back anyways. I might as well just stay and not even cash out.
Right.
So
Good boy.
I stay, right? They're driving down the field, the Packers, blah, blah, blah. Bears get stopped. Packers get stopped. Bears get stopped. Packers second drive, right? Driving down the field. Fake a handoff. Jordan Love. Fake a handoff to Josh Jacobs. Okay, bang. I'm like, yep, it's over. They handed off to Josh Jacobs. Nope, they did not. They ran a, play action play. Christian Watson right there on the flat. He ran a flat. Bang, threw it to him, touchdown. I said, there's no way. There's no way this just happened. There's no way.
It happened, and you won how much?
I won $1,200. So I won all my money back after a whole season. This guy has seen me. I've been drinking, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna put another 50 on this game. Lost, and I'm
That's
pissed.
wrong.
I'm pissed at the world. Bang, I hit it. I make it all back. I think a gambling addiction. I think no matter what, you're gonna make your money back at a certain point in your lifetime.
I don't know, man. Some people take it to the extreme and will legit put your house on it, and they'll lose their house and lose everything.
That's where the problem comes in. You got to have some sort of rules.
Correct, because you weren't betting money you didn't have. You were betting with just stuff that you had. You weren't putting yourself in a bad situation, even if you did lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People have an addiction and will
It's
bet
bad.
what they don't have.
Right, and it is real.
Yes.
It is real.
Yes.
So
I think it's real.
I was calling too because I get comped rooms because I love the Hard Rock.
Oh
and
God!
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go.
The expert.
I told
we
Danny
go.
I'm an Icon member, and
She does.
So
That's it. Yeah.
So I was going 1-800 blah 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 to call up the Unity to book the room, and I said, and they answered the phone. I said, yes, I would like to book a room for such and such. You're calling Gamblers Anonymous. I went, oh, I'm so sorry. I called
Wrong
the wrong number
number
on the card. But anyway, no. So, I have the Cougar and the Fox, and if you go to the casino without the expectations to lose, then that's where you go wrong.
Yeah. You're not going to have a good time.
You have to have a certain amount of money that you are willing to lose.
100%.
And if you got to have the willpower to say, okay, I'm out of here. And if you don't have that, you do not need to go to the casino.
Yeah.
Facts.
At all.
You have to be willing to lose that amount of money and still be financially stable.
And here's where I justify it. I know what I would spend on a weekend having a good time. If I went bowling, or if I just went to TJ Maxx, or I just went shopping at the outlet malls, or whatever. I know what I spend on a weekend, right down to gas money and food. So if I take that and I willing to gamble that at the casino because that's what brings me joy, then I'm okay because that's what I was going to spend in the first place.
You might have a shorter weekend by going home if you lose, but you have an understanding.
Right. But do I lose when I go to the casino? Yeah. And in the beginning, when I went, I didn't have that all figured out. Yeah. So I was like, oh my God. There's plenty of times you always walk in like this. Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And then you leave like, okay, let's go home. What do you
Yeah,
want for
exactly.
dinner?
You
I
got
don't
those
know.
drives. Those
Maybe we should
drives
have
home?
ramen. Blah. So went through all of that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So now Dana and I, we did the Cougar and the Fox, which we do. And we thought we had it under control. We're going to bankroll build on this episode. And this one we're going to do to where we're going to have the $20 challenge. And then this one we're going to do this, this, and that. And we've had some fun. We've had a lot of fun. But yes, we lose. But so now we're a little more seasoned. So now that we're more
Okay.
seasoned, we know what denominations we want to play.
Yep.
I don't play tables, by the way. I
You
don't play
always
tables.
text me about denominations.
We're getting tips right now, guys. So make sure you listen
So
to
there's
this.
This is value.
1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, 25 cent, $1, $2, and bam. Don't play anything over.
Two.
Sometimes I get a little frisky and I'll do like $1, maybe.
So hang on before you
Maybe.
continue about denominations. Remember that one time we went to the casino? Were you there with me
Let's
when
hear
I
it.
accidentally put my free ticket in at the high roller station?
I think you told me about it, but I was not there.
Okay, so me and Fallon were there. I put my ticket, like my phone number in. I had $100 free gambling, whatever, for slots. No, $50 because it was 50 and 50.
And you didn't know it was You told me.
I
about it.
didn't
You told
know.
me.
I was at the high roller station. So the guy walks up to me. I'm like, hey, man, like, I didn't know this is the high roller station. Like, can I please withdraw?
Gotta run it.
This and that. He's like, hey, well, we're going to spin it. And if you win, you can't win none of that. I'm like, all right, go ahead. I'll take my chances.
So he gets his money back. He said you got to spin it because you put your money in. But if you win, you take nothing. If you lose, we're giving you your money back. But you can't take the
Ouch,
winnings.
That is so.
But he had to sit there and watch it.
lost. I
It
lost.
lost. So he still gets his money back. So he's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, good. I didn't bet that. And then he said he's going to spin it again, right?
Yeah. But then the guy looked at me before we did and he said, are you sure? He asked me like 5 times. He's
How
like,
much money are we talking?
$25 to spend. He said, are you sure? Are you sure that you don't want to do this? Because if you win, it'll be a big payout. Are you sure? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, dude, I've had like 3 high noons. I know you're trying to trick me. I said, I know the house wins. No, go ahead and spin it. Lost both times. I was like,
And got his money back because the guy said, you're getting your money back. You just can't take the winnings.
they had to shut the whole machine down for like 30
Well, you
minutes.
did
by the
good.
way.
You did good.
Right. You made the right call.
So go
Right.
ahead about denominations.
All right.
Go ahead. That
So-
was my story.
All right. So normally my budget is usually $300, and that's what I'm willing to lose. When
Is
I
that that every weekend, once a month?
No, it's whatever I feel like I can afford to lose $300.
Okay. I like that.
So,
Yeah.
like this week, it's not going to happen because Anyway, so a lot of bills due.
Bought that wine.
Yeah.
Beginning of the year, month, get it.
And then plus I have been going a lot lately, so I'm going to chill out.
Yeah.
And then so I'll take that. So my boyfriend Dana and I will do the buddy system. Very important, okay? So if you have say he puts in a 20, I'll put in a 20.
Same machine?
Yep.
Okay.
And we like Buffalo. We like the Diamond Links. We like the Dragon Links. We like
Okay.
those. The collectums where you collect the 6 are the ones. There are so many, the volatile ones. We like Huff and Puff. You and I both do.
Do you? Yeah. Yes. Do you
All I
like
hear is the
progressive?
Huff and Puff.
I love Huff and Puff.
Do you like
Puff.
progressive slots?
What is that?
A progressive slot is where you put in a certain amount of money that machine gets, and it will pay out, whether small or big. That's what a progressive slot is.
I don't think I understand.
That's what Huff and Puff is.
Well, here's what I know about Huff and Puff. It pays good, but it doesn't give you any good payouts. Like you can go spin, nothing. You can get into 15 spins, nothing, and then all of a sudden you can get something that'll give you a little something. But then when
It's not
if
a
you
big
if you
hit.
hit a bonus, then it usually pays out pretty
yeah.
good. Like I am very careful about the Huff and Puffs that I play. Okay, but I have one big on Huff and Puff. The ones that I usually went on are the Bull. And it's just anything that we collect, the 6 of the things. But what's important is that you have to know those machines already know what they're going to pay you. So the major can drop even if it's a 1 cent, 50 cent spin. The majors and the minors, they'll drop. You don't have to spend $5 a spin just to get
It's
those
still gonna
guys.
hit.
They drop. I watch it all the time. I hit 3 majors in one day about a couple months ago.
You weren't there with me and Nick. Me and Nick, this guy picked the same machine. His name's Robert.
He gave you, yeah.
He picked 4 different machines. Dragon Link. They were all Dragon Link. He hit every single one that he set down. He told us to sit at this one. He sat at that one. He hit that one. We lost everything. He kept handing us money. Finally, me and Nick said, hey, like, we've lost enough money. Like, we're going to. Like we're gonna go upstairs and cash out. Like we're gonna go play slots. No, we just walked out of the casino. But that is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
When you put your Unity card in, people say, "Oh, they machine knows." If you don't use your Unity card, they know they're not going to pay you. Bull. It's not like that. Every machine, there is no rule. It's all about that machine knows what it's going to do when you sit down. Yeah. I've tried everything, and I've had many arguments with Dana. And like, so say he hits one of those things where you pick that one, you pick that one. You're trying to get a mini or a minor or a maxi, and it's like, oh, Dana will go like this. I'm like, you're taking the fun out of it. It's like the person who gets the lottery scratch off, and you only scratch the barcode at the bottom and say, it takes the fun away, the thrill.
Yes.
I hate that.
I hate that
so,
too.
But it's the truth. So lately, since this past year, and Dana and I have kept our Icon membership now for 2 years now.
Yep.
And we get rooms, we get a free parking spot, all that. We should all go and do the buddy system.
So, quick question about you said Fox. Okay, so you have
the Cougar and the Fox.
Cougar and the Fox.
Yep.
Do you video while you're in?
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Okay, because I was about to ask how.
You can't, like, for instance, say you're going down the escalator and you're like this. Oh, look, we're at the Hard Rock. You cannot do that. You'll get pinched.
It has to be more under.
Yeah. You're not allowed to let people know. Sometimes men are there, women are there cheating on or there's people there. They're playing hooky from work. There's things that is very, very. You cannot just do that.
Good to know.
Yeah. So they will get you. They have to find you to get you. But I learned it the hard way.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but then if you're there, you can video yourself, but only yourself.
Gotcha.
You can get the person next to you or over here, and you can.
So you guys don't play tables, though, right?
Oh, I don't play tables.
Okay, gotcha. Because I know there's some, like, you can't video tables sometimes.
No tables.
And,
I'm way intimidated by tables anyway.
Yeah, live dealers.
Yeah. Well, I like it, but no, I get a little intimidated. Like the roulette, the live roulette. I like roulette, but the men just take over. And if you're not tall and you're a woman, you're not big, then they don't let you in.
I only played the electronic roulette.
I like the electronic roulette.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't like the chips. I hate chips. I don't know why. But like blackjack, I don't play. Cuz the Hard Rock in Tampa where we go, it's like what, $15 to $20 a buy-in? That's an insane amount of money.
It's too much.
You are betting $20 of what you made in that week.
And then you do insurance, and then you want to pay for the ante, and then it's all of that. It's like, oh my God. And then I don't do it.
You're not going to last long that way.
Nope. And I'll go in there, I'll sit down, and I'll play the slots, and it's like, I might lose on that too, but at least I can play there for a while.
Have fun.
I can sit there and do bankroll building, 1 cent, $1 spends. It hits. And
we're going to have to come out with you guys one time.
Yeah,
so
you really should.
Time,
and Dana can get a free room, and I can get a free room. You guys can spend the night, okay?
Absolutely.
Down.
That'd be so amazing.
If you don't use your Unity card and stuff, you're not going to get the comped rooms.
Right.
You're not going to get the perks.
We do. We use the Unity card, but I don't know about Pike, but I spend that shit on bonus bets on Hard Rock Bet all the time.
I do not.
So how many Unity points do you have?
I don't know. I got to go look. 'Cause I haven't.
Dude, my Unity card would have like 8 million coins. But every time I get 90 coins, I think it's 90, you get a bonus bet on a Hard Rock Bet.
I didn't know that.
I always use it.
Mine are just sitting, so I guess we'll have to see how many you have.
So, as the Cougar and the Fox, we go there, and then there's people that go in there, like the Jackpot Beauty. So we ran into her at the Tampa Hard Rock. The big Jackpot, Raja, I just ran into him at the Hard Rock. They're at all the bald guy. We run into them all the time. Bert Kreischer, I ran into at the Hard Rock, the comedian. Yeah. And he was fun. He was nice.
Yeah?
Tiesto, the DJ,
Tiesto?
Yeah.
He has a song with Ty Dolla $ign.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I met Tiesto. He probably doesn't remember me, but I met Tiesto because I went when Tiesto was there. I was like the oldest person there. I didn't care. And, but Tiesto was 60-some years old. He's like 60 years old. So
yeah.
I'm a lot younger than him. But, no, it was great. The Hard Rock is where to be. I'd rather be there than a flipping
club anywhere.
Yeah. And then to go to like the Busch Gardens and Disney, forget that. I'd rather be there and smell those people than smell the tourists and see all that body hair.
So she actually has a point, and I love that she brought this up. So if you're gonna go spend $240 because you're paying for 3 people at the Busch Gardens, right? What happens if you go spend that $240 at a casino, and you actually hit for like $4K? You hit for $360. You're still up $120. Then that whole trip is paid for plus $120. I love that she just brought that up.
You're welcome.
Because at the end of the day, like, yeah, you can go to TJ Maxx, you can buy a new cute T-shirt.
Bunch of shit you don't need.
Yeah, exactly. Like a cute T-shirt. Like, it is what it is. Like, dude, Jessica probably has 400 shirts in her closet she's never worn.
All black.
All black. That's insane, bro.
We didn't even plan this. We didn't.
Bro, we are all black. What the hell?
Yeah, look at that.
All black, but
I might be a dual vibe. I might be a dude.
dude, triple
Dual
vibes.
triple vibes.
So it's just a simple fact of like, hey, yeah, you could go to TJ Maxx, spend this amount of money. You can go to this, you can go to that, you can go to that. But at the end of the day, like, gambling isn't bad if you know how to control it, because you're already going to spend that money anyways.
Right.
So if you're going to go to the casino, don't go to TJ Maxx and spend $100. Use that $100.
Wear whatever you have in your closet, and then go spend that $100 you're going to spend
Facts.
at the casino.
Facts.
That's
No one's
Pike,
looking
good
at
job,
your
Pike.
outfit at the casino.
Oh,
You're
they
gambling.
are too. And I look good. Oh, they are too.
Yo, what
Actually,
is
they
going
are.
on?
In fact, I never started wearing such risque things until I started going to the casino. There are so many people there that wearing things they shouldn't be wearing.
Wait.
With such confidence. I'm like,
Wait.
why don't I do that?
Wait. Jessica, say Dana doesn't go out with you. Yeah, it's a girls' night, okay? And you're going to go and you're going to
Dancing.
wear this, no bra, this dress that shows your, what?
Nips.
Like, are you gonna wear that?
Nipple covers.
Yeah.
Are you gonna wear that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I do, and I will. Yes, and I can go without a bra.
Why is that the old generation that like Dana can trust you to do that?
People my age, I am not going to reveal, but they
More
play
confidence
safe.
in it?
Yeah, they play it safe, and
These-
I don't want to.
Okay, so Pike, let's talk about like new generation girls. Girls that wear that stuff,
Yeah.
they go out to show that off.
Yes.
And
I
they're
think it's a difference. I think she'll go out to have a
Wow.
good time, enjoy her time with her friends.
Wow.
New generation goes out to see what else is out there on the market, kind of like social media. allows.
And that's why cheating happens. Do you
When
agree with
it all
that?
boils down to it, if it's a man or a woman, if you are single and no matter what day and age it is, you're going to be vulnerable in some sort of way, shape, or form. But right,
Ooh,
but
I
when
like
you're
this.
when you're younger, yeah, you don't have the confidence as an older woman would have.
Yeah.
And there's older women that don't have confidence either. It all depends how you make your world be. So
So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So we posted a TikTok the other day, yesterday, me and Fallon, and I put
Oh,
sis
yeah.
plays pig, and this random guy
Wait,
commented.
Come on, break it. Sis plays pig. They're playing basketball on this little like child hoop, whatever. And basically, pig is where you make a
Yeah.
shot, the next person has to make the same shot.
right, I know that. I love that game.
Him and Fallon did it,
Uh-huh.
but on the comment or on the headline it says sis playing pig. So saying Fallon's his sister, but it was like a joke.
Oh,
Now go ahead.
Dude responds in the comments and says, "Sis got cake for real."
Cake, as in
Should I be mad about that?
well, does cake mean puss? A puss?
Ass.
No, but
Oh, that's cake. Like cake by the ocean.
like butt. Like
Yeah.
she does have a big butt.
Cake by the. Hey, you should play that song in this one too. Cake by the ocean.
I
hey,
don't have
Fallon's got
that.
a big butt.
Yeah, you never seen it?
Well, I never noticed a big butt.
She's got a nice butt.
Did she
So-
clap? Did she clap?
But yes, she claps. But the fact of the matter is, should I be mad about that comment?
No.
Because me, technically, I'm not mad about it because
you
I'm
should be
like,
flattered. Is what you should be.
flattered. I think that's the
Yes.
right word for it. I think
Because you're confident. You know your girlfriend's got a nice ass, and he thought she was your sister.
but generationally, I think younger generation would get into a fight over that.
Like,
someone
comment.
else that was not confident and comfortable in their relationship would have commented back like, "Yo, don't talk about my girlfriend like that." I think it's generational.
I just said bro's wild. That's all I said. Bro is wild. That's all I
I
said.
don't understand what that means. However, are you a confident man?
Yeah.
Do you feel good about your relationship with you and Fallon?
Yes,
Not a
exactly.
matter.
And honestly, I've always told Pike this, and anyone that's my friend, like, if she's gonna do it,
She's gonna do
J-Lo,
it. You can't stop it.
J-Lo, he taught me this, right? If she's gonna
His
do
friend
it,
J-Lo.
if she wants to go out, let her go out. Because if she's gonna do something, she's gonna do it. And whether it's that time, you hold her back, she's going to go out the next time and try to do it again, right? So just let it happen.
It's inevitable is what he's trying to get to.
And Pike knows just as well as I did, right? I called it. I called it the night. Did I not?
When I
Remember? I said, hey, she's going to go do something stupid.
Yeah, but
Did she?
Yeah.
Not Fallon.
no,
Yeah.
we're talking about something different.
Yeah.
Oh,
something
wait.
different.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, we're talking about something different. Yeah, more towards me.
Yes, but it was about Fallon. But she did something dumb,
All right.
okay? But I'm a man enough to understand why she did it, and we had that conversation, and it was kind of like, hey, like, why would you lie about that? And she learned, and she never did it again. So
Okay.
that's part of growing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you want. Yeah, that's fine.
And what's
I was gonna
really
cover
important
that
is
one, but, all right.
that your past things that's happened to you that's bad, that you don't hold other people prisoners to that.
Correct.
So as long as
Move
you
past
are
it.
not, if she did something bad and she admits it and she apologizes, that you did right by giving her an opportunity
Exactly.
to be forgiven.
So have you done something wrong in your past?
Yes.
Have you done something wrong? Ask me.
Have you?
Yes.
No.
Exactly. Everyone has done something wrong in
Right.
their past. So it doesn't matter about the past. It matters about the current and the future.
But I have never cheated on a spouse or a loved one.
Yeah.
Never.
Right.
And she didn't either. Like,
Right.
let me put that in
I wouldn't
perspective.
say that she
Clarifying,
would. I
she
would
didn't.
never. I would never
Yeah.
think in a million years that she would.
No.
That's why I'm like, what are you talking about? So I just think that she might be very right for you.
Yeah, exactly. So,
How about you, Pike?
yeah, Pike.
What about me?
Do you think
Yeah.
she's right for him?
Yeah, 100%.
What about your
I think
past
him
Best
and
girlfriend?
man.
Fallon- I think him and Fallon, honestly, are like they match very well.
You better get your speech ready.
Because no, I honestly have one already in my head.
Okay,
for him.
I do too. I hope I get to
Because
be the best woman.
I've been around Danny a lot, and it takes honestly, nothing against Danny. There's nothing wrong with Danny by any means.
Go
but
ahead.
I give credit to Fallon for dealing with his his energy, his emotions, his dramaticness all the fucking time.
He's a hopeless romantic.
Yes.
And it comes with the
so
territory.
I give her credit for that.
Right, but
Danny's
don't hold her a prisoner to what you've experienced in the
and
past.
he hasn't. And he
Okay,
hasn't.
good,
He moved
good.
past stuff. She's moved past stuff.
Uh-huh.
I think they're great for each other. And I fully approve of it. And I love it. It's absolutely great hanging out. I third wheel all the fucking time.
There's your speech.
You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing to see him grow.
I can come off as a dick, but as long as you know who Danny's personality is,
Yes.
he's not being a dick. He's
Yes.
just joking
It's just
around.
Danny.
He's just being Danny. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I've said some out-of-pocket stuff to Fallon, and it's just
Still
like...
do.
I still do. And it's just like, hey, she's still here.
You know what we should do coming back to the casino? We should do. You can't go live on YouTube because you have to
TikTok.
have-
We can go live on TikTok,
Okay.
though.
We need to go to the casino, go live on TikTok, and do a competition.
Ooh.
Good.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
So, like, we take $100, and who can make the most out of the $100?
I like that.
You can actually, like, on TikTok, you can have, if you guys have TikTok, we have a TikTok, we can duel. So it's on the same screen. Everyone's scrolling. They'll
Yep.
see both of us on separate sides.
We need to do that.
We
We need to
could
set
duel.
that up. We need to set that up. Or we just do like just a live, and we're doing just like the jackpot beauties and like the big jackpot
Yeah.
does, and we're just there. We're webbed. You know, the camera's going.
Mm-hmm.
We each put $100 in, and we're doing the pushes and to see how much we can get.
Yeah.
So Dana and Jessica versus Danny, Pike, and Fallon. I like that.
Okay.
You can run it.
How
like that.
dual vibes
Versus-
versus Cut and Loose Chronicles.
Ooh.
That's good.
But then, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, this shit just comes to me.
All right, guys. That
Great
is going to
idea.
go ahead and conclude the Dual Vibes Entertainment Season 2, Episode number 3, Part 1, 2, and 3.
Woo!
Yes. All
Guys,
three.
this is
Dang,
awesome.
knocked 'em out.
All three.
So I hope you guys learned a lot from Jessica. Jessica's been up and down, and that should just show inspiration to what you can do in life. No matter how many times you're at the top and you go back down to the bottom, you can always rise back up to the top. Pike, what do you got to input on this?
No, I think it's great. She took time out of her busy schedule because she has a busy schedule to come out and just sit here, talk to us, give us some good information for you guys, for us, what we're going to take from it, and then also plan our next couple trips, apparently, to the Hard Rock, which sounds absolutely amazing.
Dope.
And we're going to take every bit of it, and hopefully we have great guests following this point.
Bet.
And we're
Bet.
Gonna bet.
So-
we're really going to grow from it. So we just appreciate her coming out. It's amazing.
Yep. So, Pike, what's the quote of the day?
The quote of the day: entrepreneurial success comes when you stay in the grind each day, even when the progress feels far away.
All right. Jessica, you got any final words?
Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, not an entrepreneur.
Hell
Don't sell
yeah.
shit.
Guys, this is Danny.
This is Pike.
And this is Dual Vibes.